Imagine living in a city that's lost its way. A place once known for justice, now filled with corruption. The powerful get richer and the vulnerable are forgotten. This was Jerusalem in the 8th century BC, and in the heart of this city lived a young man named Isaiah. He saw the decay, the hypocrisy, the turning away from God, and it broke his heart. But who was he to speak up? He felt just as flawed, just as unclean as everyone else. His own past weighed on him, silencing his conscience. He was terrified, speaking truth to power in the city. It was a death sentence. One day, everything changed. Isaiah went to the temple, perhaps seeking solace or an answer. What he found was beyond anything he could have imagined. Suddenly, the room filled with smoke. The very foundations shook, and he saw a vision of God on a throne, high and lifted up. Angelic beings, seraphim, flew around the throne, crying out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." The sight was overwhelming, terrifying. The sheer holiness of God exposed every flaw, every sin, every dark corner of Isaiah's heart. He collapsed in despair, crying out, "Woe is me! For I am lost. For I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts." He was undone. In the presence of pure holiness, his own unworthiness was all he could see. He was convinced this was the end. But then, something incredible happened. One of the seraphim flew to him, holding a burning coal taken from the sacred altar. The angel touched the coal to Isaiah's lips and said, "Behold, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for." In an instant, the crushing weight of his past, the feeling of being unclean, was lifted. It wasn't about Isaiah making himself worthy. It was about God making him clean. It was a painful, searing, but ultimately purifying act of grace. And then, in the stillness that followed, Isaiah heard the voice of God ask a question that would echo through eternity. "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" The question hung in the air. Who would be the messenger? Who would carry this holy word to a broken world? Before this moment, Isaiah was crippled by fear and shame. But now, cleansed and forgiven, something new rose up within him. Courage. He knew the message he would have to carry. It would be a message of warning to the arrogant and powerful, a message that would surely be rejected and bring him persecution. But it would also be a message of incredible hope for the broken, the repentant, and the poor. It would be a promise of a coming Messiah, a light for those in darkness. Knowing the cost, knowing the hardship that lay ahead, Isaiah looked up. The fear was gone, replaced by a profound sense of purpose. He answered the call that would define his life and shape the course of history. With a clear voice, he said, "Here am I, send me." This is the story of how an ordinary, flawed man became one of history's greatest prophets. It's a story about the awesome holiness of God, the power of grace to transform us, and the courage it takes to answer our own calling. What coal is God holding for your lips? What truth is he asking you to speak? Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. See you in the next video.